Hi, I'm Bobby from You Are the Miracle. I'm here today to help you to continue to do what you love to do by improving mobility, strength, stability, and preventing injury. So let's get started today. On your next inhale, arms overhead. Inhaling, arms up. Arms out to the side. Elongated. The hips open to the long edge. The right side of the body. Extend hand, right arm across to the left knee. So this class is going to be chair yoga, only it's standing chair yoga. So this is great to add in throughout your workday, at home when you have a few minutes. This is also a great way to add a few different movements in the kitchen, while you're cooking, while you're brushing your teeth. There's all kinds of different options, but just adding it in is the key. So let's get started. So what you're going to do is you're going to use a chair. Usually a flat back chair is best or easiest. And what you're going to do to start is you're just going to hold the back of the chair. You're going to step the feet back about hip width distance, which is about 2 fists. So you can check that by bringing the hands down between the feet to check hip width distance, placing your hands on the chair or counter. And then from here, we're going to begin to focus in on the breath. So we're going to start with our 3-part breath, belly, ribs, and collarbones. And we're going to exhale. We're going to tuck the tail under, so scooping the hips and pelvis underneath, tucking the chin into the chest, shoulders rounding, the back rounding. And then as you inhale, you're going to lift the tail up the wall, shoulders sliding down the back, and you're going to gaze towards the ceiling. Exhaling, tail tucks, chin tucks, rounding through the back. Breath expelling from the body. Inhaling, tail lifts, gaze lifts. Exhaling, tucking, rounding. Inhaling, so belly, ribs, collarbones, using the breath to lift the gaze skyward. Exhaling, once again, tucking, rounding. Inhaling, looking, lifting. Exhaling, tucking, rounding. Inhaling, looking, lifting. 2 more each direction. And last one. Nice big round, really pressing through the shoulder blades here as we exhale. Inhaling, tail lifting, shoulders sliding down the back, gazing up towards the sky. And then finding center. From here, you're going to bring the elbows onto the chair or desk. Palms can just gently press together. We're going to back the feet up so that the upper body is at a 90-degree angle. So we want length through the back of the legs, length through the upper body. And then what we're going to do is begin to sink down, allowing the upper body to possibly sink through the arms. So the head can release, the chin can even tuck here. And we're going to allow the shoulders to soften. So as you breathe, just imagining the shoulders melting. We often carry a lot of tension within the shoulders here. So allowing yourself to just relax and release here. You can even allow the hands to soften, arms to release behind you. And then we're just going to settle into the breath, allowing gravity to do its work here. The tail lifting up the wall behind you. So always imagine as if you have a tail coming out the bottom of the spine and it's lifting up the wall behind. That'll create length through the back of the legs, beginning to open and lengthen the hamstrings here. And then using your breath to release that residual tension within the body. So inhaling, belly, ribs, collarbones, feel the shoulders open. Exhaling, letting everything go. Allow the heart and chest to sink down towards the floor. Chin tuck into chest. And just continuing with your breath. You have nowhere you need to go and nothing you need to do. We're going to continue with this breath and just checking in. Tail lifting, arms releasing. Just noticing if the upper body has released a little bit, if that edge of your stretch is growing. And if not, that's okay. Continuing here. If it has, and knowing that's why you're showing up, that's why you're doing this. Two final breaths. On your exhale, slowly shifting up to standing. And then from here, you're going to stand and we're going to inhale the arms up. As we exhale, we're going to bring the arms out wide and we're going to extend the arms back as the heart leads forward. So the chest leading forward, the heart leading forward. And then once we get to this 90, we'll release the hands down towards the ground, chin tucks into chest. And then exhaling, slowly rising up. Inhaling, arms up, arms out to the side. Inhaling at the bottom, so allowing the upper body to sink in. Belly expands, allowing the back side of the ribs to really expand here. And then as you exhale, a deep tuck of the chin, body rounding as we slowly rise up. Three more. Inhaling up, arms out to the sides, heart leading forward. Drawing the shoulders back, the heart and chest opening. Releasing the hands down. Inhaling at the bottom. You may also place the hands behind the back of the legs to give a little extra length here through the back side of the body. Inhaling. Exhaling. Chin tucked in, slowly rising up. Two more. Inhaling up. Arms out wide, heart leading forward. Inhaling at the bottom. Exhaling, chin tucked, rounding all the way to stand. Inhaling up. Arms out wide, heart leading forward. Inhaling at the bottom. Tail lifting up the wall behind you. Feel that length through the back side of the body, chin tucked into chest. And then exhaling slowly. Rising up, last one. From here, you're going to bring your hands onto your chair. You're going to step the left foot to center, right foot crossing over the left. And then again, shifting forward. So option to keep the hands on the chair. Or once again, we can add the shoulders into this stretch. So finding where your body is at today. And you're going to allow the upper body to sink. And then you're also going to feel into the hips. So just noticing right and left hip. You want both hips lifting up the wall behind you, creating length. And then once again, we can tuck the chin, release the hands if that's possible. And then connecting with your breath. Each breath, reminding yourself, belly, ribs, collarbone. Exhaling, letting go. Two more breaths. exhale, slowly rising up. We'll uncross the legs. You can give the legs a little shake here. Before bringing the right foot to center, left leg this time in front of right. Shifting forward, hands can hold the chair or elbows, knowing that one side may feel very different than the other, and that is okay. Allowing the upper body to sink through, chin to tuck, then feeling into the hips once again, lengthening through the backs of the legs as the hips lift up the wall behind you, and then softening into the breath. Two more breaths. On your exhale, slowly rising up and giving it a little shake once again. From here, you're going to bring the legs out wide, so as wide as feels good to you. Then you're going to find center, so we want the hips at center, and then we're going to lift the tail up the wall. So again, we're remembering to lift the tail up the wall, and then you can allow either the elbows to rest, the arms to rest and lengthen, or you can even hold on to the chair here if you would like. Allowing the upper body to sink forward, creating length all the way through the spine. On your next inhale, we'll rise up, keeping the legs extended, only we're going to bend the right knee and shift over to the right side. So once again, opening through the adductor here. We're going to press into the left pinky side of the foot, lengthening through the upper body, using that chair for a little extra support, breathing here. If you'd like a little extra challenge, you can sink in a little deeper. Last two breaths. On your exhale, pressing into the right foot, shifting over to the left side, bending the left knee. This time, we're going to extend through the right pinky side of the foot, allowing the right adductor to open here. And breathing as we sink into the left bent knee. Length through the upper body once again. And pressing into the left foot, shifting back to the right. We're going to do one more round. So 5 breaths on the right side once again, sinking into the pinky side of the left foot, bending deep into that right knee. One more breath. On your exhale, pressing into the right foot, shifting to the left side. Sinking in on the left side. Right pinky side of the foot, sinking in to the floor beneath you. And breathing as you create length through the entire spine, so the tail lifting, pelvis just shifting slightly as the tail lifts up the back wall. Crown extending, top of the head extending to the wall in front of you and slightly towards the ceiling here. 3 more breaths. And pressing into the left foot, rising up to center. You're going to pause in set center to shift forward, creating length once again. Just noticing any change, if there's a little bit more mobility, a little bit more ease as you shift into your forward fold. And not judging, just simply making note. Allow the neck to completely release. You can even give a little rock side to side with the head, allowing the neck and shoulders to release. And on your exhale, slowly shifting to rise up. We're going to heel toe the feet in to center. From here, you're going to bend the right knee, bringing the right leg at a 90-degree angle. You're going to then press back as you exhale, as if you're shutting a door behind you. So inhaling back to center, exhaling, pressing back. And as you press back, we want the right toes drawn towards the shin, and we're really pushing through that right heel. Inhaling back to center, exhaling, pressing back. Inhaling to center, exhaling, pressing back. One more time. And back to center. Lowering the right foot, will bend the left knee. Once again, left toe is drawn back towards the shin. Inhaling, creating length through the top of the crown. Exhaling, pressing back through that left heel. Inhaling, center. Exhaling back. Inhaling, center. 3 more. Last one. And back to center. Lowering the left foot down here. We're going to then shift back into chair. So nobody loves chair, I know this, and that's okay. But it is a great way to get our hamstrings firing. So we're going to sink back. You can use the chair for some support. If you're good here, you can either bring hands out in front, you can even join them together, or you can place hands on your knees. But what you're going to do is you're going to look down to make sure that your knees are behind your big toes. So we want to be really sinking back, as if there's an imaginary chair just past our reach. And we want to be able to see the big toes. This will help to protect the knees here. And we're going to begin to breathe, allowing the shoulders to slide down the back, crown to lift. And if you'd like, you can also imagine as if the knees are drawing together here. That will help to activate the inside of the thighs. And we're really doing this to actually activate what's called the Golgi tendon reflex. So that is where we actually get the hamstrings firing by doing this chair, and then we're going to forward fold, which will actually help us to release the hamstrings and provide a better hamstring stretch. So hamstrings are a huge issue in kind of the general population due to our sitting, and this is an area that also affects the low back. So we're going to squat and hold until we feel that burn. Take 2 more breaths. Nice deep breaths. And then we're going to forward fold, releasing completely forward, chin tucks, and then just noticing where you're at. So if your hands aren't quite down to the ground, that's okay. You can also use a chair, use the chair, use the back of the chair even, so you can have a little bit of help, or you can also clasp opposite elbows, allowing that upper body to sink and release forward, chin tucked into chest. And just noticing the back of the hamstrings here. And then releasing, chin tucked into chest. We'll slowly rise up to standing. And then from here, we're going to move into a tree pose. So this is one that you can use the chair, or you can do this freehand as well. But the chair is there in case you feel a little off balance. So what we're going to do is we're going to root into the left foot. And we're going to actually root big toe, baby toe, heel. We'll bring the right ankle to the lower left leg. And we're going to imagine as if there is a wall on the outer left hip, and we're extending the right knee out to the side wall. So from here, you can grow up nice and tall. Once again, using the chair for support. You can bring hands to center, or you can even extend the arms overhead for a little extra challenge. Finding what feels best to you. You're going to keep your gaze fixed on any spot in front of you that's not moving. And then you're going to find your breath. If this is feeling really good, you can also bring the foot on to that left calf. And then releasing down. We'll give that left leg a little shake. Switching to the other side. So right big toe, baby toe, heel. Left ankle to the lower leg. An imaginary wall on the right hip. Left knee moving to the side wall. Hands either on the chair, at heart center, or extending overhead. Shoulders sliding down the back. Belly button into spine. Using that core. So as we use our core in a standing posture, we're going to begin to move the breath more up into the ribs and collarbones. So still breathing deeply here, but keeping that core stability. We won't be breathing into the diaphragm as deeply as we come into standing. And releasing. So you can give that right leg a little shake. And then from here, we're going to come out to the sides, and we're going to shift forward once again. This time we're going to bring the right arm across to the left leg, so you can keep that hand on the chair, or you can wrap it around the low back, looking past the left shoulder. So we're beginning to work on our rotation here. Using your breath, using the chair for support if you would like. And then slowly shifting from center over to the other side. So bringing the left hand across to the right ankle. We can use the chair with our right hand and extend here, or right hand wrapping around the low back, looking past the right shoulder, and then lifting the tail up the wall behind you, finding your breath. And then slowly releasing back to center. Inhaling at center. And then exhaling, chin tucked into chest, slowly rising up. From here, we're going to combine a bit of a twist with a bit of that chair into what's called eagle pose. So we're going to sink back into that chair with the right leg crossed over the left. then you can shift back, sitting right here. We'll square the hips, shoulders sliding down the back, creating length. Or option, we can also cross the arms over. And you can bring the backs of the hands together, upper arms parallel with the ground. Or if you want to get real creative, you can bring the left hand forward, right hand back, and then you're going to wrap to possibly bring the hands together. And if you feel like a pretzel, you're doing it exactly right. So sinking in, finding your breath, and allowing the tailbone to sink down towards the floor. As you breathe here, breathing into the shoulder blades, so right at the center of the back, imagining the shoulders sliding away from one another, using the breath to create that space. As you exhale, sink a little deeper. 2 more breaths here. And releasing, unwinding out of that pretzel pose. And then from here, we're going to cross the left over the right. And then sinking back. Arms out in front or on your chair. This time, right over left. We're going to shift the upper arms parallel. Backs of the hands can just gently be together here. Or right arm forward, left back to wrap. Shoulders sliding down the back. And breathing here. One more breath. And then rising up and releasing, shaking that out. So to finish off our standing postures, what you're going to do is you're going to stand here. You can use your chair. And what I want you to do is you're going to extend your right leg back. And we're going to take the right arm and extend it up towards the sky. Exhaling back down. So if that's too much, just simply standing here, balancing on the left leg. And this is a little bit of a challenge. So as you head out onto the course, if you can try to, each time you put your ball down onto your tee, trying to do it one-legged. If you notice, the pros do that. So using that little challenge to help to strengthen your balance, your posture this season. And as we do this, we're going to draw the toes back towards the shin. Breathing here, or once again, challenging that balance by extending the arm skyward. And one more time. And back. Lower the right leg, give the left a little shake. And then switching to the other side. So left leg parallel, left toes back towards the shin, hands on the chair, or beginning to extend and lower down. And one final time, back to center. And lowering the left leg, give the right leg a little shake. And then from here, you are ready to head back to your day.